And we welcome you to the Fiserv Forum here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I am Vinny from Vito Productions, and I'm bringing you another exciting edition of the NBA2K26 presenting the 2025-2026 NBA season playthrough. We have a Central Division matchup featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Milwaukee Bucks. We have the Cavaliers into this game at 32-27, third in the Central Division, fifth in the Eastern Conference, and we have the Milwaukee Bucks at 31-26 in percentage points ahead of the Cavaliers. They're second in the Central, fourth in the Eastern Conference. As we see the starting lineups, we have at the guards for the Cavaliers, Cameron Payne and Zach LaVine. At forwards, DeAndre Hunter, Evan Mobley, and Larry Nance Jr. at center. And for the Bucks at the guards, you got Cole Anthony, Gary Trent Jr. Forwards, you got Kyle Kuzma and Giannis Antetokounmpo with Miles Turner at center. Cavaliers are playing back-to-back watch games, and that's going to be happening a little bit. We got another, I know we have at least one more instance, unless the game gets flexed out, that we'll have a team playing on back-to-back days, as the Bucks did win the tip. As Giannis coming around, Giannis with an early dunk, and the Bucks score the first 2 points of the game. You see Giannis averaging 27 points a game. The calendar date for this game will be Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. Meaning we have one more game after this for the month of February before we go over the updated statistics, standings, and award updates. That video will come out on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. See Giannis with it here. 10 on the shot clock, coming around with another slam dunk. Giannis has been a beast in watch games. The Cavaliers are 2-3 in watch games, with the Bucks being 4-1 in watch games. LaVine for three. That is off the back iron, no good. Said the Cavaliers did not look good yesterday. Oh, look at that. That is a block off the Greek Freak. From the Greek Freak, you see Cameron Payne with it now, controlling it for the Cavaliers. He's going to put it up. That is no good. Giannis will get the rebound there. Already a minute and a half into the game, it's 4-0 Milwaukee. If you enjoy what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as we have more content coming out. As Giannis loses that one, Cameron Payne will get the steal there. Payne with it, dishing over to Hunter. Hunter for three. He nails it. And the Cavaliers are on the board. Cavaliers got up to an early lead the first few minutes of the game, led by as many as 4 against the Oklahoma City Thunder in yesterday's game. Before that game turned into a blowout win for the Thunder. You see Cameron Payne grabbing an offensive rebound. He's been all over the place. On the defensive side is Evan Mobley with the layup, and the Cavaliers with the lead. The last game the Cavaliers played against the New York Knicks, they scored 133 points in that game. Gary Trent Jr. for three off the iron, no good. Cameron Payne will grab the rebound. 15 on the shot clock here as we're approaching 3 minutes into the game. Newly acquired Zach LaVine before the trade deadline came to Cleveland in exchange for Darius Garland going to Sacramento. 3 on the shot clock. LaVine with a jumper. No good. Anthony with the rebound. Get it over to Giannis. Giannis back over to Gary Trent Jr. Jr. back over to Antetokounmpo. He'll get the jumper this time, and that's in. And Giannis has scored all 6 points so far for the Milwaukee Bucks. They are back on top by 1. LaVine crossing the half-court line with it. LaVine dishing it over to Mobley. Being guarded by Giannis, but there's a three-point attempt by Zach LaVine, no good. Evan Mobley in their win against the Knicks at 30 points and 12 rebounds. Kuzma for three. He nails it. Kyle Kuzma putting the Bucks on top by 4. Get it over to Larry Nance Jr., which, by the way, Larry Nance Sr. was also a Cavalier in the late 80s. As LaVine will miss that one, Antetokounmpo will grab the rebound there. The Bucks leading it 9-5 right now, over 4 minutes into the game. Giannis coming around. Giannis with the layup. That's in. Giannis with 8 of the 11 points to this point. And the Bucks leading it by 6. 7.5 to play here in the first. You're watching the 2025-2026 season playthrough. Hunter, that is off the iron, no good. And for those who do not know what my season playthrough is, I play one game for every few days on the calendar to go through the fast track through the 2025-2026 NBA season here. And you see Miles Turner getting an offensive rebound off the miss. There is a timeout called. We're going to take a timeout as well. 7:13 to play in the first. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. We're coming out of the break now. We look at the last 30 days for fast break points. They're league leaders. You see Milwaukee fourth in the last month of play here. They're on a 9-0 run right before the timeout. You see Hunter will inbound it to Levine. But as I mentioned, though, is that I play one game for every couple of days for the season playthrough for those who are unfamiliar with it. To try to fast track to the season, I had the first two schedule blocks. I think it was like every 2 to 3 days, except for, of course, the NBA Cup, where I eliminated the NBA Cup. So there was gaps in that schedule. I see Giannis with the bucket. He has 10. And that is the margin of lead for the Bucks as well, leading at 15-5. So the first two schedule blocks were random games I scheduled every 2 to 3 calendar days. You see Levine with the bucket, averaging 21.5 points in the 2 games he's played against the Milwaukee, or 21.3 points a game in the games that he played against the Milwaukee Bucks. Larry Nance Jr. will get the rebound off the miss. That was an 11-0 run before Levine's bucket. Hunter for 3. That is off the iron. No good. Gary Trent Jr. grabbing the rebound. But the first two schedule blocks, every team was scheduled to be played at least once. Cole Anthony will miss that one. And that's Evan Mobley with the rebound as Cameron Payne controlling it. Now Levine for 3. He nails it. And suddenly it's a 5-point game. So Giannis coming around, having his way so far, has 10 of the 15 points, but Kyle Kuzma will miss that one. Larry Nance Jr. grabbing the rebound. DeAndre Hunter with it. Coming through. Hunter with a bucket. That is off, but Evan Mobley will get the rebound, and that is in. 7-0 run now for the Cavaliers, and they have it within 3. Cole Anthony for 3. He nails it. And that will end that 7-0 run for the Bucks, or for the Cavaliers. The Bucks up by 6. They're led by as many as 10. You see DeAndre Hunter on the corner. Payne from the wing. He nails it. So Giannis with it coming from the wing right there. There is Giannis coming around. He'll go to the line. Evan Mobley called for his first personal foul. As I said, Giannis Antetokounmpo had 10 points already. Has 10 points already in this first quarter. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the first two schedule blocks of my season playthrough were random games every team was shown at least once. Then I had a short third schedule block where it was random games. Not every team was scheduled to be shown because it was only maybe a few games for it to before the All-Star break. We had the All-Star festivities here. As you see substitutions on both sides coming out as Giannis made the first one. And now we are on schedule block number 4, where it's guaranteed one game every 3 days. And you either have to be in a playoff or a play-in spot. I will flex out games. Now I'm at the point where I can guarantee you that, as you see, Giannis was the second one. Dean Wade grabbing the rebound. Max Strus gives it over to DeAndre Hunter, and that is a deflection. And who was that off of? That was Kyle Kuzma with the block, but it still going to be Cavaliers possession. So you can go on my community tab, and I'll have the tentative games out every Sunday. But then I will let you know via my community tab if any games are going to be flexed out. And that's going to go until the final week of the regular season where I play one game for every day. Tyson from near the middle of the line. He misses that one. Anthony will have it. He's at the wing. This is over to Kuzma. Kuzma for three. He drains it. 22-15. Milwaukee on top as we're approaching the final 4 minutes of the first quarter. Zach LaVine from the point. They should back over to Tyson at the wing. They should have back over to Merrill. Merrill for three. That is off the back iron. Kyle Kuzma grabbing the rebound. They should back over to Cole Anthony, the son of Greg Anthony. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 9 on the shot clock. They should have back over to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma for three. That is off the back iron. Tyson will grab the rebound. Tyson still controlling it. Coming around. Tyson will get the shot off from inside the paint. That will fall out. Anthony will grab the rebound. Miles Turner for the Bucks, with it being guarded by Dean Wade. She's back over to Giannis at the wing. Now getting back into the middle. 5 on the shot clock. Let's see, Cole Anthony, he'll lose, or Giannis will lose it. As I say, Sam Merrill will just get the theft there. Back over to LaVine to Max Strus. Sam Merrill had 10 points and 5 assists in the win against the New York Knicks. He had 18 points in the watch game loss to the Thunder as he hit 6 3-pointers in that game. Sam Merrill's turned out to have a pretty solid NBA career. I remember him at Utah State making some big shots in the Mountain West play. He also had a big one in the 2020 Mountain West Championship game, which actually ended up turning out to be nothing, as the entire NCAA tournament we know got canceled just a few days later. Look at the rebounds there, 14-10 for the Cavaliers. Sam Merrill will leave it out for three. He will drain it. Timeout, Milwaukee. 1:52 to play in the first. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. All right, we're coming out of timeout right now. I see Sam Merrill hit a 3-pointer to cut the deficit to 4 for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers had a 1-point lead early on. Sims into the game, Rollins into the game for the Bucks. There's a minute and 45 left of the first stanza. 10 on the shot clock. Ryan Rollins has 17 points and 5 assists in the loss to the Miami Heat as Bobby Portis Jr. with the bucket there, and it's a 6-point lead again for the Bucks. Porter Jr. now in the game for the Cavaliers. Max Strus still has it. Strus for three. Or Max Strus. Look over to Bobby Portis Jr. Dishing it back over to Rollins. Rollins to Portis Jr. And Portis Jr. with the slam dunk. And it's an 8-point lead. The Bucks had a 10-point lead early on in the first quarter. That was part of an 11-0 run. I see Merrill. Count it! Sims called for his first personal foul as Sam Merrill is going to go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Substitutions being made. Sims will be going to the bench for Smith. Sam Merrill shooting 1. So 48.2 seconds left to play in the first. And he will nail that. At least Sam Merrill now has 6 points as Taurean Prince also went into the game for the Milwaukee Bucks. See over to Porter Jr. Bobby Portis Jr. has it for the Bucks. Getting that shot up, that's no good. Dean Wade grabbing the rebound. Porter Jr. for the Cavaliers has it. Max Strus. This should have back over to Porter Jr. And there, Merrill from the wing. No good. Portis Jr. will grab the rebound. And now you see Porter Jr. coming around. Count it! So it's Kevin Porter Jr. shooting one. And he'll make it. So they both had and one opportunities down the floor. Merrill actually shot it. And Merrill will miss that one. Porter Jr. will grab it. Taurean Prince for a deep three. No good. And that will do it. We are at the end of the first quarter. The Milwaukee Bucks leading the Cavaliers 29-21. We'll be back to start the second quarter. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Starting the second quarter, Mobley will inbound it to Max Strus. Mobley with it. Pass it over to Mobley. He still has it. Pass it over Sims, or got through Sims, but no good. Sims will grab the rebound. Taurean Prince with it for the Bucks. Back over to Sims. As Sims with the dunk. It's a 10-point lead for Milwaukee. Porter Jr. for the Cavaliers with it. Back over to Mobley. This is over to Sam Merrill at the wing. 8 on the shot clock. Merrill for 3. He nails it. Sam I am with the second 3 of this game. He has 9. And the Cavaliers within 7. Bobby Portis Jr. with it, being guarded by Dean Wade. Bobby Portis Jr. with the bucket. It's a 9-point lead for Milwaukee. I see Porter Jr. the Cavaliers with it. They should have back over to Sam Merrill, over to Strus. Max Strus, no good. Portis Jr. will grab the rebound. Rebounds 19-11 in favor of the Cavaliers. Rollins, back over to Portis Jr. Portis Jr. no good. Porter Jr. of the Cavaliers will get it. There's a Porter Jr. for both Cleveland and Milwaukee. Sam Merrill with it. Merrill for 3. That is no good. Portis Jr. will grab the rebound. Taurean Prince with it now for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is back over to Portis Jr. Ryan Rollins now. This is it over to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. will miss it. Evan Mobley will grab the rebound. Merrill with it. This is it over to Porter Jr. 15 on the shot clock here. Trailing by 9 here. 9:45 to play in the first half. Mobley for 3. That is in and out. Kevin Porter Jr. grabbing the rebound. Now hands it over to Bobby Portis Jr. As I said, Kevin Porter Jr. again. Getting a little screen here. Porter Jr. coming around. Dishes it over to Prince. Back over to Ryan Rollins. Has to get that shot up. That is off the back iron. Mobley will get the rebound. Max Strus. This is over to Kevin Porter Jr. Porter Jr. dishing it over to Mobley. Mobley for 3. That is off the back iron. Kevin Porter Jr. will grab the rebound. Back over to Rollins. We got 15 on the shot clock here. Under 9 to play in the first half. 33-24 Milwaukee on top. If you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. 1. Porter's Jr. That is no good. Mobley will get the rebound. Max Strus with it. This is over to Porter Jr. Over to Dean Wade, and Dean Wade with the slam dunk. Worthy enough of the AT&T Connected Cam. AT&T is sponsor of NBA 2K, not of this channel. That would be fun if I had some sponsors for this channel. Timeout, Milwaukee. We're going to take one as well. 8:15 to play in the second quarter. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Coming out of timeout here, we look at it. You see they're tied for 4th between Milwaukee and Cleveland, but however, Milwaukee does have the percentage points advantage. That is why I put Milwaukee ahead of Cleveland for 4th in the Eastern Conference. Even though if you look at the standings on the games, they don't like to go by percentage points. They go by number of wins. But at least this one shows a little more of an accurate graphic with Milwaukee technically with the higher percentage points as Gary Trent Jr. misses that one. He's back into the game. Merrill's still in the game. Said he has 9 points so far. Back over to Evan Mobley. Mobley back to Sam Merrill. Dish it over to Levine. Levine from the wing. No good. Portis Jr. with the rebound. There's a three-point attempt. That is in. I believe Gary Trent Jr., that was the one who shot the three, and the Bucks are on top by 10 again. I believe that's the third time they've been on top by 10 points. Matching their largest lead. 8 on the shot clock. Dish it over to Mobley, over to Strus. Max Strus for three, no good. Bobby Portis Jr. with the rebound. Kevin Porter Jr. now has it for the Bucks. Back over to Giannis. Giannis for three, no good. Strus will grab the rebound. Max Strus has been out for a little bit for the Cavaliers. He's been on the injured list. You see Sam Merrill. That is no good. Giannis will get the rebound here. Last time these two teams played, you see the Bucks with 24 assists and only 9 turnovers. Nearly a 3-1 advantage. Giannis dishes over to Gary Trent Jr. Gary Trent Jr. for three again. And Milwaukee up by 13. Merrill with it. Sam Merrill for three. No good. Bobby Portis Jr. grabbing it. Now you see Kevin Porter Jr. crossing the half-court line. Dishes over to Gary Trent Jr. A lot of juniors. Gary Trent Jr. for three. No good. Dean Wade grabbing the rebound. Sam Merrill with it. Finding Levine. Levine for three. No good. Antetokounmpo will grab it. Halfway through the second quarter, Zach Levine only has 5 points. Gary Trent Jr. will miss that one as Dean Wade grabbing the rebound. Max Strus dishing it over to Zach Levine. Levine with the layup. And Zach Levine has the Cavaliers to within 11. Still looks like he could be getting out of hand, but still too early to tell. It did get out of hand at this point yesterday, in yesterday's video for the Cavaliers, but if you get to see them coming like that, resisting as we have a timeout called by the Bucks, 5:11 to play in the second quarter, you're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. And we are back out of the break here. It's a 9-point lead. Dean Wade heading to the bench as substitutions being made on both sides. So we got Miles Turner and Cole Anthony back into the game here. 9-point lead. As I mentioned, it looked like it has the makings of this game getting away from the Cavaliers once again, but the Cavaliers have made a couple of stops, made a couple of buckets. They see Kyle Kuzma for three. That is off the iron as Mobley will get the rebound. They can take advantage of scoring. I see Levine for three from transition. No good. Miles Turner grabbing the rebound. Kuzma to Antetokounmpo to Gary Trent Jr. Gary Trent Jr. with the layup. And it's an 11-point lead for the Bucks. Hunter with the slam dunk. Cameron Payne will get the assist there. But as of right now, it is within single digits here. Under 4.5 to play until halftime. I believe it was like 25 points at this point in yesterday's watch game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So the Cavaliers look like they don't want to get embarrassed too badly here. Evan Mobley with the dunk. 4 minutes to play in the first half. 41-34, Bucks on top. Cole Anthony coming around, and that's a make right there. Bucks with 46% shooting. The Cavaliers only 33. The Bucks leading it by 9. Zach Levine coming around. Levine with the bucket. Zach, not the machine Levine. I see Giannis there with 7 on the shot clock, or a 7-point game. Led by as many as 13. Kyle Kuzma coming around. Kuzma with the slam dunk, and I don't know what the heck the Cavalier players were thinking. They were just standing around. Payne dishes over to Levine. Levine for three. And Zach Levine has the Cavaliers within 6 now. He's starting to heat up a little bit. Had a little bit of a cold start, but now he's been heating up just a little bit. Giannis with it. This shit over to Miles Turner, and Miles Turner with the slam dunk. It's an 8-point lead again for Milwaukee. Looking at the assists, the Bucks with 25.1 assists a game. They have 11 to this point, and timeout Cleveland. We're going to take a timeout as well. 2:33 to play in the second. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. So coming out of timeout here, we look at the league leaders for rebounds a game for the last 30 days, and the Bucks with 49.4 a game. Third in the league in the stretch of the last 30 days. As the Larry Nance Jr. getting ready to inbound it. And he will dish it off to DeAndre Hunter off the inbound. Over to Max Strus. Max Strus brings the Cavaliers within 6 again. DeAndre Hunter had 9 points and 4 rebounds in their last game against the New York Knicks, and that was a victory. And there is a illegal screen called against Gary Trent Jr. That's his first personal, but since it was on the offensive side, it will not count against a team foul. Chance for the Cavaliers to cut it to within 4 or maybe even 3. Levine. Being guarded. I believe that's Gary Trent Jr. that's guarding him, or is that Cole Anthony? Over to Cameron Payne for 3. That's Antetokounmpo will get the rebound. Under 2 minutes to play. It's a 6-point lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. 2 minutes until halftime, I should say. Cole Anthony dished it over to Kuzma. Kuzma from deep 2. He was inside, but he makes it anyway. It's an 8-point lead again for the Bucks. They're led by as many as 13. Levine coming around with the layup. Zach Levine now has 14 points in 18 minutes of play. Shooting 50% from the field in this game. Giannis easily comes around with a slam dunk. And he answers that bucket with a dunk of his own. As Levine with it, 1 minute to play until halftime. Levine and Gary Trent Jr. the matchup. 5 on the shot clock. Levine coming around. Levine with a bucket is good. That's 16 points for Zach Levine, 10 of those in the paint. 42 to play until halftime. Back over to Cole Anthony. Anthony coming around, dishes over to Kuzma. Kuzma will shoot for the 3, no good. That is Max Strus with the rebound. Kuzma with 10 points on 4 of 10 shooting, 2 of 7 from the 3. Dishes it over to Larry Nance Jr. with the layup. And like that, it's a 4-point lead for the only 4-point game. I believe the Cavaliers were down by 29 at halftime in yesterday's watch game. I see Cole Anthony with a dunk. Levine, they can hold on for the last shot. Levine will take a deep 3. That is no good, and we head to halftime. Cleveland playing a little bit better than they were in yesterday's watch game. However, they still trail 53-47 at the break. We're going to bring it to the halftime report. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We will see you in the second half. Welcome back to Milwaukee at Fiserv Forum, where the Bucks leading at 53-47 at halftime. As we look at Zach LaVine highlights, leading the Cavaliers with 16 points in that first half. As I mentioned earlier, that the Cavaliers are playing a lot better than they did in this in the watch game today than they did yesterday. They still trail by 6, though. As you see, Mobley will inbound it to Zach LaVine, as I said, acquired before the trade deadline from the Sacramento Kings in exchange for Darius Garland. Payne back over to LaVine. LaVine coming around. Zach LaVine will miss that shot. Miles Turner, as I said, the starting lineups for both teams are out on the court to start the second half. Gary Trent Jr. for 3. That is off the back iron. DeAndre Hunter with the rebound. Dishes over to LaVine. LaVine now 10 on the shot clock. Back over to Payne. Cameron Payne, 5 on the shot clock. There's a 3. I believe that's Mobley for 3. That's no good. Cole Anthony grabbing the rebound. Dishes it over to Antetokounmpo. And now Giannis will step out of bounds. That Cavaliers, we look at the next 4 games for the Bucks. Home to the Knicks, then at the Bulls, and home games against the Celtics and the Hawks. Believe that Hawks game may be a watched game. But as I said, the calendar day for this game is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. See LaVine. Back over to Mobley, back over to Hunter. Hunter dishes it back over to Lance Jr. 3 on the shot clock. Back over to LaVine. LaVine for 3. That is off the back iron. Cole Anthony grabbing the rebound. Anthony dishing in it. Coming around. Anthony. No good. Cameron Payne grabbing the rebound. Mobley has it. Back over to Payne. To LaVine from deep inside. He nails it. Zach LaVine has 18 in this game. First point scored by either team in the second half. Gary Trent Jr. dishing it over to Antetokounmpo. Coming around. Giannis dishing it over to Turner, and Miles Turner will get the bucket there. Bucks ahead by 6 again. LaVine dishing it back over to Payne inside the wing. Dish it back over to LaVine from deep corner in 2. LaVine coming around. Passes over to Larry Nance Jr. 2 on the shot clock. Nance Jr. has to get that shot up. He will make it. Cavaliers within 4. Timeout Milwaukee. We got 9:11 to play in the third. We're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We are coming out of timeouts. We look at the career stats of Kyle Kuzma progress as his career has progressed, and he's gone down in rebounds per game over the last few seasons. And I said it's a 4-point lead for the Bucks. They led by as many as 13 in that first half. This is the closest the Cavaliers have gotten since the Bucks had their 13-point lead. It was 4 points. Antetokounmpo, 8 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock. Giannis for 3. No good. Cameron Payne grabbing the rebound. Chance to get closer here. Giannis with only 13 points in this game. Got off to a real strong start in that first quarter, but then has cooled down a lot since then. Cameron Payne from the wing. That is off the back iron. Kuzma will get the rebound. Kyle Kuzma coming through. He'll get the shot up. That is off the back iron. Larry Nance Jr. grabbing the rebound. DeAndre Hunter with it. Over to LaVine. LaVine for 3. That is in! Zach LaVine. I believe now has 21 in this game, and the Cavaliers to within 1. They've only led once in this game. That was 5-4 before the Bucks went on an 11-0 run to go up by 10 And we thought at that moment it looked like it was going to be like yesterday, but the Cavaliers are scratching and clawing their way back in this game. They have it within one, and now a chance to take the lead, but unfortunately, careless turnover there against the Cavaliers. Kuzma dishing it over to Cole Anthony. Giannis over to Kuzma. Kuzma for three. That's off the back iron. Mobley will get the rebound. Chance to take the lead for the Cavaliers. Hunter coming around. Dishes it. Oh, he should have just taken a shot there. Mobley for three. That is off the back iron, and I just don't get the AI logic for NBA 2K. Mobley would have taken that shot in real life. There's Gary Trent Jr. for three. That's off the back iron. Hunter with it. Over to Cameron Payne. To Zach LaVine. LaVine coming around. Oh, he barely stays in bounds. This is over. I believe that's Mobley for three. That's off the back iron. Gary Trent Jr. grabbing it. As we're approaching 6.5 to play in the third quarter. 55-54. Milwaukee on top. Giannis. As you see, 9 on the shot clock. Giannis coming around again. Another opportunity to take a shot. You see Giannis there. He finally wisely takes a shot there on the offensive rebound. It's up. Bucks up by 3. See Cameron Payne with it. 6 minutes to play here in the third. Zach LaVine. Coming around. LaVine. Dishes it back over to Nance Jr. Back to Mobley. To Cameron Payne. Payne for three. Back. In and out, I should say. Antetokounmpo will grab the rebound. Back over to Cole Anthony. Anthony with the dunk. No, not a dunk, but he just puts it up anyway. And the Bucks up by 5 again. Timeout, Cleveland. 5:27 to play in the third. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We're going to take a timeout. We got substitutions made by both teams as we're coming out of the timeout here. We look as Sam Merrill's coming back into the game as well as Dean Wade. Mobley switching positions, and Bobby Portis Jr. coming into the game. The Bucks leading it by 5. Cavaliers had it to within 1 moments ago, but the lead has been stretched out back to 5 for Milwaukee. Dean Wade dishing it back over to Sam Merrill. Back over to LaVine. LaVine from deep inside. No good. Cole Anthony grabbing a rebound here. No points in over 3+ minutes for the Cleveland Cavaliers. There's Gary Trent Jr. for three. No good. Hunter with the rebound. Back over to Merrill. Dishing it back to LaVine. LaVine coming around. Back to Sam Merrill. Over to Dean Wade. To LaVine. 7 on the shot clock. He's over to Merrill. Merrill for three. Sam I am. Cuts the deficit to 2. I believe that's 12 points for Merrill off the bench. That's Cole Anthony coming around. Easy layup, and the Bucks up by 4 again. Cole Anthony now in double figures. It's a 4-point lead. See DeAndre Hunter coming around. She's back over to LaVine, over to Dean Wade. Wade for three. That is off the back iron. Kuzma will grab the rebound. It's a 4-point game. I can tell you the Cavaliers are playing a lot better in this game than they were in the watch game yesterday. And part of my criteria for this schedule block is you got to be in a play-in or a playoff spot, as there is a violation. That is shot clock violation. I guess he didn't get it off in time. As we look at the shooting guards for the last 30 days, Zach LaVine averaging 22.6 points a game. Some of that was with his time in Sacramento before he got traded, as Mobley's going to go to the bench. Strus coming into the game. Tyson coming into the game as well for the Cavaliers. As for the... we got Portis Jr. I think Kuzma's the only starter still out, I think. Maybe even Gary Trent Jr. as Zach LaVine. He has 23, and he brings the Cavaliers within 2. But as I said, with the way the schedule goes, with my criteria of playoff and play-in teams only, you're going to see some teams being played on back-to-back days. You're going to see teams being featured a lot more. I see Cole Anthony coming around with the bucket. He has 13. And the Bucks up by 4 again. I can tell you, though, that tomorrow we will not see the Cavaliers. I will try not to have teams being played on 3 straight days, unless, of course, it's a clinching game. As Cole Anthony with the steal. Cole Anthony coming around with the slam dunk. Worthy enough of the AT&T Connected Cam. AT&T, a proud sponsor of NBA 2K, but not a sponsor of my channel yet. Sam Merrill with it. As he Sam Merrill for 3. That is off the back iron. Portis Jr. will get the rebound. Rebounds 40-31 in favor of the Bucks. Porter Jr. for 3. He nails it. And suddenly the Bucks are on top by 9. Cavaliers had it within 1 for a while. And even had it within 2 for a while when they were trying to extend the lead. But the Bucks have extended the lead as it's a miss by LaVine. Put over to Porter Jr. She's back over to Portis Jr. Portis Jr. And it's an 11-point lead again. They led by as many as 13 in the first half. Now the Cavaliers have a charge in them, and that starts with Zach LaVine 3. He has 26. 10 of them in this third quarter. Bring the Cavaliers back to within single digits. Anthony coming around. Cole Anthony has his way over Dean. No, that was Sam Merrill there. Under a minute to play in the third. 10-point lead for Milwaukee. LaVine for 3. He'll miss that one. Kuzma grabbing the rebound. Cole Anthony now with it. .13 on the shot clock. 72-62. Milwaukee on top. There's a 2-point attempt. That is in. I think that's Cole Anthony with the bucket there. It's a 12-point lead here. Under 30 seconds to play. In the third, I should say. Zach LaVine. Awkward shot. Misses that one. Cole Anthony with it. Shot clock turned off. Anthony coming around. Jump shot. No good. Merrill will grab it. Back over to Tyson. Tyson. Over to LaVine. Zach LaVine with the dunk. 28 points for him. Cole Anthony for 3. And that will do it. We are at the end of the third quarter. It's a 10-point lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter. You're watching NBA 2K on V-Dub Productions. Back here in Milwaukee, 10-point lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. See Doc Rivers getting his team try to finish this game as Taurean Prince will get Rollins. Trying to get his team to try to finish this game strong as Porter Jr. for 3. No good. Mobley grabbing the rebound. Max Strus. This is back over to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. has it for the Merrill for 3. Sam Merrill will dash it over to Bobby Portis Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. with it now, and 11.5 to play in the fourth. Porter Jr. dish it over to Portis. Portis for 3. No good. Portis Jr. with it, and dishing it back over to Giannis. Giannis with the slam dunk. Those are his first points in the second half. He has 15 in this game, and the Bucks on top by 12. As Porter Jr. from the Cavaliers brings the Cavaliers within 10 again. Rollins, this should back over to Antetokounmpo. Giannis with it. Coming around. Giannis with the shot up. No good. Evan Mobley grabbing the rebound. Max Strus has it. Strus. Dishing it back over to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. for the Cavaliers for three. No good. Antetokounmpo grabbing the rebound. As we're approaching 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Giannis for three. No good. Dean Wade with it. Strus. There's Mobley. Max Strus with the assist there. It's an 8-point lead. Portis Jr. 4 on the shot clock. Portis Jr. with the bucket. 10 points for Bobby Portis Jr. And we have a timeout by the Cavaliers. We're going to take one as well. 9.5 to play in the fourth. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. And we are coming out of the timeout here. As I said, 9.5 to play in the fourth. 78-68. Bucks on top of the Cavaliers. As we got Miles Turner into the game. Coming back into the game for the Bucks. Struss will inbound into Zach LaVine. Sam Merrill back out on the court. Dean Wade on the court for the Cavaliers. I believe that's Mobley. So we got a mixture of starters and bench players for both teams out on the court right now. It's Taurean Prince has it. Prince dishing it back over to Turner. Miles Turner. No good. Sam Merrill will grab the rebound. Dishing it back over to LaVine. Back over to Mobley. Mobley coming around. He is fouled. Miles Turner. That's his first personal foul. It looks like Evan Mobley's going to go to the line for two. And Mobley will miss the first one. You got to hit those free throws. You want to get yourself back into this game. As I said, the Bucks had a 13-point lead in the first half, as Mobley will hit the second one. Cavaliers were able to get it to within one a couple of times in the second half, but just could never grab the lead. And the Bucks stretched it out to with as many as 12 since then here in the second half. And see Giannis with it. 3 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo will get the shot up. That is no good. And Max Strus will get the rebound. Strus with it. Back over to LaVine here. 13 on the shot clock. 10 on the shot clock now. Gives it back over. LaVine coming around with a bucket. Zach LaVine. I believe that's 28 for him in this game, and the Cavaliers within 7. They are making it a better effort than they did in yesterday's watch game. Will that effort be fruition, or will it be in vain? See Taurean Prince. This year, the back over to Giannis, and Giannis is going to step out of bounds, and that will be Cavaliers ball. Another careless turnover against Milwaukee. As we have substitutions being made, as Sam Merrill going to the bench, as Porter Jr. for the Cavaliers in. Cole Anthony, Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma back into the game for the Milwaukee Bucks. That is an awkward three, and that's a miss right there. No points for the Bucks in 2 minutes and 10 seconds and counting. 78-71. Cole Anthony thought about the shot, but it passes up. Gary Trent Jr. for three. He nails it. And the Bucks are on top by 10 once again. Levine with it. Coming around. Alley-oop to Evan Mobley with the dunk. Again, the Cavaliers get into single digits again. Can they make that serious run? Cole Anthony holding on to it, 8 on the shot clock. Being guarded by the Porter Jr. of the Cavaliers. Anthony will get the shot up, no good. Mobley will get the rebound. Machine Levine with it. He has been a machine in this game, I'll say that. And that's a steal by Anthony. Careless turnover by the Cavaliers. Giannis with the slam dunk. Points off a turnover. 6 for the Bucks, 5 for the Cavaliers. Halfway to the fourth quarter, it's a 10-point lead for the Bucks. 83-73. Levine for three. No good. Giannis with the rebound. Giannis with the dunk. I believe that's 19 for him. He has 6 in this fourth quarter. It's a 12-point lead again. They led by as many as 13 in the first half. Evan Mobley for three. That is no good. Cole Anthony grabbing the rebound. Giannis coming around. Gets a shot up. That is in. And it's a 14-point lead. That's a 23 now for him. So maybe he did have 2 points in that in the third quarter, but I know we had 13 in the first half. And it's a 14-point lead now for Milwaukee. Levine coming around. That's in. Said Milwaukee had their largest lead by 14 just a couple of minutes ago. Right before that, Levine bucket. And look at Giannis with another alley-oop dunk. 25 for him. And guess what? It's a 14-point lead again. 4:20 to play here in the fourth. 89-75, Milwaukee on top. Levine stays in bounds barely. Dean Wade for three. No good. Kyle Kuzma grabbing the rebound. Kuzma. No good. But Miles Turner with the offensive rebound and the put-in. For the second chance points, it's a 16-point lead now for Milwaukee with under 4 minutes to play. Levine coming around. Levine with the dunk. 34 points for Zach Levine. A lot better game than he played yesterday's watch game, I'll tell you that. But it looks like it might be another loss for them in back-to-back watch games. They were 2-3 in watch games coming into today. The Bucks have been very well in played very well in watch games. You see Dean Wade will get the rebound off the miss. Porter Jr. for the Cavaliers with it. We're approaching 3 minutes of play, and Evan Mobley with the dunk. Timeout, Milwaukee. 2:59 to play. We're going to take a timeout as well. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. And we are coming out of timeout. We see Cameron Payne coming back into the game. Hunter back into the game for the Cavaliers. Looks like we might have the starters out for both teams again. Kyle Kuzma will inbound it. 12-point game. It was a 16-point game earlier. Is over here, so we got 2:45 to play here. Levine. Nance Jr. with it. Dishes it back over to Mobley. Levine for three. Zach Levine has 37. And the margin is within single digits again. 2:25 to play in the fourth. 91-82 Cavs. Give it over to Cole Anthony. Anthony 3-point shot, no good. Larry Nance Jr., can they get it? Cut it to depth. Can they cut it closer? Levine coming around. Levine will miss it, but he gets his offensive rebound, and he gets a put-in. That's 39 for him. A 9-0 run for the Cavaliers in the last minute 43. It's a 7-point game. Cole Anthony dealing over to Turner. Turner for three. No good. Evan Mobley grabbing the rebound. Back over to Hunter. Hunter with the layup. That is good. That's an 11-0 run, and the Cavaliers are within 5. It looked like the Bucks were going to pull away, but you see Giannis there with the slam dunk. 1:29 to play in the fourth. It's a 7-point lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. Levine coming over through. Levine dishing over to Mobley. Mobley for three. That's off the back iron. Cole Anthony will get the rebound here. 70 seconds to play. Anthony with it. This is back over to Kuzma. Kuzma to Trent Jr. Trent Jr. for three. No good. Mobley will get the rebound. Hunter coming around. There's Hunter with a bucket. 93-88. And now they're going to foul here, and they're not going to go to the line. I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's a good time to start fouling. You're in there, and I don't know why they're not fouling this time. There you go. DeAndre Hunter will get called for the foul, and now the Bucks are going to go to the line. Kyle Kuzma shooting two. Trying to put his team up by 3 possessions. See the Milwaukee Bucks leading it by 5. 39.7 to play here in the fourth. If you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as Kuzma does hit the first one. And he'll miss the second one. Hunter with it. I don't know why they're not taking it. Don't take your time. There's a three right there. No good. Giannis. And he'll go to the line here as Larry Nance Jr. will get the foul. The MVP chance for Giannis is out, and I don't blame him. Here in this season playthrough right now, the Bucks are 28.7 seconds away from going 5-1 in watched games and getting their 32nd win of the season. And he'll miss the first one. That is something that you don't want happening. And he'll make the second one. Timeout, Cavaliers. 28.7 to play in the fourth. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Coming out of timeout here, it is 95-88 with under 30 seconds to play here in the fourth. The Cavaliers only led once, 5-4. 16-point lead. They got it to within 5, but the Bucks have cut it back. Have gone back up by 7. Hunter, they got to get something quick here. There's Mobley for 3. That is off the back iron, and Turner will have it. Shot clock turned off, and I think that might do it. Giannis will lose it. All they had to do was just hold on to it. Mobley for 3. That's no good. They don't even have to cross the half-court line, and that will do it. The Milwaukee Bucks come away with a 95-88 win, and the Cavaliers will lose on back-to-back days on watch games. Buccaneers, I believe, are now third. The Bucks, why did I say Buccaneers? The Milwaukee Bucks are 32-26. And I believe the Cavaliers fall to 32-28. It is now time to look at the player statistics for this game, starting off with the victorious Milwaukee Bucks. Sorry, for a second, I lost my train of thought for a second. Giannis with 28 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Cole Anthony had 19 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Gary Trent Jr., 11 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Kyle Kuzma, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. Bobby Portis Jr., 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 steal. Then you got Miles Turner with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Kevin Porter Jr., 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Jericho Sims, 2 points and 1 rebound. Then we got Ryan Rollins with only 2 assists in the game. Taurean Prince, 1 rebound and 2 assists. Tyler Smith had 1 minute of play. He had no stats. Same with Chris Livingston. And Andre Jackson Jr. and AJ Green and Amir Coffey did not play for the Milwaukee Bucks. Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, we had Zach LaVine, 39 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists in defeat. Evan Mobley, 13 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists. Sam Merrill, 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist and a steal. DeAndre Hunter, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Then we got Larry Nance Jr., 4 points, 5 rebounds. Dean Wade, 4 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist. Followed by Cameron Payne, 3 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists and 2 steals. Max Strus, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Craig Porter Jr., that's what I was trying to think of the name for the Porter Jr. for the Cavaliers. 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Deuce is wild for him. Jalen Tyson only had 1 rebound and 1 assist. Lonzo Ball, Tyrese Proctor did not play for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and those are your player statistics for this game. It is now time for the post-game ticker brought to you by 2K Sports. We start off with the remaining games for Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. The Oklahoma City Thunder defeat the Pistons 135-113. We got the Warriors over the Grizzlies 136-121. The Spurs over the Raptors 113-109. And let's say it again, light the beam. The Sacramento Kings over the Rockets 97-86. In the game that we just watched, the Bucks defeated the Cavaliers 95-88. That is back-to-back losses on watch games and back-to-back days for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Denver Nuggets get their 40th win of the season, winning 160-127 over the Boston Celtics. And now for Thursday, February 26, 2026. We have the Pacers 143-89 winners over the Hornets. The Heat 137-112 winners over the 76ers. The Hawks 123 and the Wizards 107. The Nets 134 and the Spurs 116, so the Nets will get the upset victory there. The Rockets hold on to defeat the Magic 121-120. The Bulls 128 and the Trailblazers 122. The Mavericks 118-109 winners over the Sacramento Kings. We have the Suns 114 and the Lakers 112. So the Suns will get the win there. We got the Pelicans 135 and the Utah Jazz 114. And then we have the Clippers over the Timberwolves 153-136. And now for Friday, February 27, 2026, we have the Detroit Pistons 127, the Cavaliers 119. Cavaliers lose again. We'll see. The Eastern Conference is weak, so they still could be in a play-in spot when I get to them next, but who knows? I could flex their game out for something better. I don't know yet, but that's just a little bit down the road. The Celtics with a 114-106 win over the Nets. The Knicks 112-98 winners over the Milwaukee Bucks. The Mavericks 136, the Grizzlies 110. We have an upset here. The Nuggets upset the Thunder 128-127, and I believe that's now 4 games difference between the two teams right now. And that is it for your post-game ticker. If your team won, congratulations. If not, there's always tomorrow. It is now time for the injury report for the games played after February 27th, 2026. 76ers are still without Paul George. Bucks are fully healthy. The Bulls are without Vucevic. The Cavaliers are without Allen Mitchell and Travers. The Celtics are without Jason Tatum. Chris Dunn out for the Clippers. We got the Grizzlies are fully healthy. Porzingis out for the Hawks. The Heat, of course, are without Terry Rozier, but Norman Powell is recovering from that pinched nerve back. He's day-to-day. He should be back real soon. With the Heat still in the thick of things for the play-in spot. The Hornets are fully healthy. Jazz are without Nurkic. We're probably not going to see them the rest of the season. The Kings are fully healthy. The Knicks are still without OG Anunoby. Let me go back again. Let's see. Austin Reeves out for the Lakers. Magic are without Wendell Carter Jr. The Mavericks are without Cooper Flagg and Kyrie Irving for a few weeks. The Nets are without Zaire Williams. Denver Nuggets are without Aaron Gordon and Tim Hardaway Jr. Tyrese Halliburton, we already know about his injury. The Pelicans are without Jordan Hawkins. Pistons are still without Karis LeVert and Jaden Ivey, but Ivey's injury is only within 1 to 2 weeks of returning. And if the Pistons could stay in that playing spot, man, that's going to be huge. DeMar DeRozan and Devin Carter are still out for the Toronto Raptors. They got injured just as they got to Toronto from the Sacramento Kings. But you got Jakob Poeltl. He's about to be back in the lineup. He's recovering from that quad injury. Fred VanVleet, we already know about his injury. He's out for the season, but Aaron Holiday's still out another 1 to 2 weeks for the Nuggets. You can add De'Aaron Fox and Keldon Johnson there day-to-day with injuries for the San Antonio Spurs. Grayson Allen and Mark Williams are out for the Phoenix Suns. Jalen Williams still out for the Thunder. Julius Randle still out for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We already knew about Lillard's injury for a while, but Avdija and Sharp are still out as well for the Trailblazers. Gary Payton II will be out for the Golden State Warriors, and the Washington Wizards are fully healthy. And that is your injury report. And that will do it for this video, reminding you tomorrow's game we are back in the Western Conference, where we have a Pacific Division matchup where the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Golden State Warriors. We have the Lakers at 38-20 and 5th in the Western Conference. The Warriors at 35-24, sitting in that top play-in spot, 7th in the Western Conference. That should be a very good matchup, and hopefully we all will enjoy it, as this will end the month of February. And then don't forget, coming up, if you didn't watch it earlier today, do watch the my other semifinal game between Ohio State and Georgia for a spot in the national championship game for my 28-team playoff. And that will be coming. That has already been out. And the national championship game will be out tomorrow at noon Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern will be the 7 p.m. Eastern on Friday will be the 12-team national championship game simulation video that I've done. The last simulation video of the season, as well as most likely the final College Football 26 upload that I'll be doing. So we will not be seeing any more college football content out until maybe College Football 27. Depending, I might have a little bit of a fun project to probably do, but that will do it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. So after Friday, as I said, for the next couple of months, will be exclusively NBA 2K26 content for my season playthrough, which will make it a little bit easier for me as of right now, because I am, of course, on the push to the playoffs. And that will do it. Reminding you guys, the final score of the game, the Milwaukee Bucks defeat the Cleveland Cavaliers 95-88. I am Vinny from Vita Productions, and I am signing off.